Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rabble. Welcome back to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24, where today we're going to be at home for this episode with a 3-game set starting off against the Kansas City Royals to begin. Hope you guys are ready for this one. If you are, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content as we continue to push on here in the A's franchise. On the mound for Oakland will be Joe Boyle, making his 5th start since being called up from AAA, and well, it's not really been the best go-around for him. His time could be limited in the majors if he doesn't pick it up. He'll begin the day against Garrett Hampson, and he will pop up into our large foul territory where Jordan Diaz will make the first out of the game. Then we'll take a look at this Royals lineup. You can see Kyle Isbell up next, followed by Bobby Witt Jr., their star player, Nelson Velasquez, Freddie Fermin, Salvador Perez, Hunter Renfroe, Massey, and Melendez to round it out. This Royals team, 79 homers on the season, not known for their power bats. Isbell up next will check swing, but apparently it was called strike 3 anyway, so that's quick 2 down now for Boyle. This brings up Bobby Witt Jr., who swings through a nice slider, and a good first inning for Boyle. We'll go into the bottom of the second now. You'll see why in just a little bit, where Matt Sawyer will be on the mound for KC. He's making his 8th start of the season. Hasn't been the best year for him, and this is an Oakland A's lineup, though, that also hasn't played that best. They're the worst offensive team in baseball, but Ryan Noda has picked it up in the past couple of weeks, and Tyler Soderstrom is back in the lineup for the first time in 2 months. Here's Brent Rooker on a 1-2 pitch. We'll look at strike 3 right down the middle. Don't know why he didn't pull the trigger on that. Seth Brown up next with 1 away. We'll drill this one into left center, and this one will clear the fence. A solo home run for Seth Brown cracks open the first run of the ball game. That one going to left center. Didn't think that one was going to clear, but Brown, who's really picked up the power in his bat, now has 13 home runs on the season. Next batter, Tyler Soderstrom up next, and he's going to take a curveball into left field as Tyler Soderstrom, welcome back to the lineup. There's first hit. Comes in his very first at-bat as he slides into second base with a 1-out double. Brings up Shea Langeliers, who is playing catcher today, and he's going to take the next pitch into right center, and that's going to split the defenders and roll all the way to the wall. So Langeliers will have himself an RBI double as Oakland continues the train here in the second inning. They're up now up 2-0. Jordan Diaz up next. He looks at strike 3. Fastball inside gets him. And that'll bring up Nick Allen, 1-2 pitch. And he will take a changeup and poke it into center. And this one's actually going to drop in. Langeliers on his horse is going to round third and head home. 3-0 lead for the Oakland A's. How about top of the lineup? Ruiz, he swings through a curveball, but a 3 spot here in the bottom of the second. So some run support for Joe Boyle, who unfortunately doesn't get the strike 3 call there. So he'll walk his first batter of the day. Michael Massey up next down the third base line and fair. Brown will get to it, so that'll hold the runner at second, but a quick 2 on here in the third. How about MJ Melendez? 2-2 pitch. Up the middle, base hit. That should score 1, as it is 3-1 in favor of Oakland. Runner still on the corners, though, and nobody out, and we go to the top of the lineup. Garrett Hampson, full count, draws a walk. Puts the bases loaded. Nobody out for Kyle Isbell. He's going to chop this one over to Geloff, who has a double play in front of him. Instead, he tries to go home, and we get nobody. And a run scores. I don't mind the chance, but you can't do it right there. Bases loaded, and then Boyle walks the next batter, which means a free run's going to come in for KC, and this 3-run lead is evaporated. Still nobody down. How about another free run? Boyle walks in 2 straight batters, gives KC the lead, and this is falling apart. Still nobody out. Freddie Fermin finally lines one to right. That'll be caught. Runner will tag. Rooker's throw is a little offline, and KC puts up another. 5-3 now in favor of the Royals. Salvador Perez up next. Pokes this one into right. This one's going to get down. Witt will score with ease. 6-3 Royals. This game completely falling off the rails for the Elephants. Next batter, Hunter Renfroe. 1-0 pitch up the middle. Single. 7-3 Kansas City. Still only 1 down. And Boyle, I got to think, is running on a short leash. He's going to stay in the game, though, as he does get Massey on a high curveball. Luckily, he doesn't make contact with that one. Now 2 down for MJ Melendez, who has an RBI in, well, this inning. He steps back into the plate, 0-2, and he swings and misses. That'll end the third, but the Royals put up 7 and take a 4-run lead. We'll go bottom 3, see if Oakland has any sort of answer, and with 1 down, Geloff does at least. perfectly crushes one to left field and out of here. So Oakland will get one of those runs back as Geloff with hit home run, his 9th of the season. And it's now 7-4. Oakland not fully out of this one just yet. Next batter, Brent Rooker. 2-2 pitch, and he's going to poke this one to right field for a base hit. That's exactly what Rooker needs. It's been an awful June for him. I'd like to see those base hits continue to come on in. Tyler Soderstrom up next. He perfectly times a curveball to left center. This one's got some carry, and it's out of here. 2-run shot for Tyler Soderstrom. Welcome back to the A's, young man, as that is his first home run of the season. It's a 2-run shot. And just like that, Oakland's only down by 1. How about the endurance from the offense to only keep this one close? Now 2 down, Langoliers does pop this one up into foul territory. Right fielder comes on in and will make the play, but it's just only a 1-run lead. We'll go top 4 where Hogan Harris will come in out of the pen. Boyle's day is done after 3. As Harris has been a little bit better since going into the bullpen. He starts off the inning by striking out Garrett Hampson. Nice pitch high. Kyle Isbell now up next. Full count pitch to him. He rips this one to left field, and that's going to be a 1-out single for KC to bring up Bobby Witt Jr. 1-1 to him. He pokes this one into right field, and that's actually going to get by Rooker and go to the wall. Isbell, he's going to go to third. He's going to be waved home. There's going to be a play at the plate, and it's a little bit off the line. KC adds one after an RBI triple from Witt. He also has elite speed, so anything put in play will probably score him except for this. Fly ball to the right side of the infield. So now a base hit is needed. It's Freddie Fermin. 1-2 pitch over to Geloff. Fields it cleanly, and Casey only gets 1, but it's an 8-6 lead. Go bottom 4 now. 2 down for Esteury Ruiz. Stepping into the batter's box. He's singled back in the first. First pitch here. He's going to try to lay down a bunt. It's a great one, as he will be safe at first. And you know, when he takes first base, you know what he's going to try to do. Got to respect the speed. 2-0. Going to steal. Notice swings and misses, but Ruiz will steal second. That's his 23rd stolen bag of the season. Remember, he's hitting under 200. Later in the at-bat, Noda up the middle. Perfectly times one. That's going to be 107 off the bat. Ruiz will score, and the Oakland A's get the run right back. Now down 8-7. What has been an offensive slugfest. That'll also do it for KC's pitcher, as Chris Stratton will come in out of the pen, trying to minimize the damage here with his 32nd appearance of the season. 2-2 now to Geloff with Noda on second. He will strike out looking. The Oakland A's keep it within 1. Top 5, Hogan Harris still in the ball game as Salvador Perez will lead off, and he will split the outfielders in left field as the offense continues to not slow down. Ruiz will get to it, but it'll be a leadoff double for Salvador as this ball is rolling through the infield. Hunter Renfroe up next. 0-1 pitch. Pop up behind the pitcher's mound as Diaz will come over, and he will glove it for the first out of the 5th. How about MJ Melendez? Into right field. Base hit. 1 hops in front of Rooker. They will keep the runner at third and keep him on the corners. 1 down for Garrett Hampson. 1-0 pitch. Blooper into right. That'll score another one. The Kansas City Royals now have a 10-7 lead. 3 runs separating these two squads, and there's still only 1 down. Isbell draws a walk, so again, another timely walk. Bases loaded, 1 down for Bobby Witt Jr., who has an RBI triple today, 1 of his 2. 2-2 pitch for Witt up the middle. A great backhand by Harris. Go over to second, but they can't get Witt at first with his elite speed, so another run scores. 11-7. Nelson Velasquez up next. He draws a walk. Bases loaded again, and this time it's going to be for Freddie Fermin, who has a sac fly earlier today. 3-0 pitch, and he walks on 4 pitches. The 3rd free run of the ball game for Kansas City. Unacceptable. Perez at least goes down swinging, but KC now up 12-7. We'll go bottom 5, where Brent Rooker will lead off with a single into right, and that's actually going to roll the wall, so he's going to think about 2. He's going to get to second base, standing up safely with a leadoff double. That brings up Seth Brown, who homered back in the second inning to start the 1 of 19 runs so far today for both squads. He will draw a walk, so the first 2 on base for Oakland as the offense at least continues to try to keep up. That brings up Soderstrom, who's gone deep once today, and he's going to take a changeup into left field, and it's going to get down. That's going to be another RBI for Soderstrom, who, despite us losing, has had an incredible return to the lineup, as we're down 12-8 now. 2-2 for Shea Langoliers. Still nobody down until now. A nasty slurve gets some swinging. First out of the inning. Going to bring up Jordan Diaz up next. 0 for 2 today. Getting some more starts at third base. He will step into the box. 0-2 pitch to him. High fastball can't keep up. That's quick 2 down now for Stratton. Brings up Nick Allen, who rips this one right over to shorts. And that will end the inning. But Oakland gets one back. Scott Alexander will come out as we go deeper into the bullpen. The lefty specialist steps to the mound. He begins the inning against Hunter Renfroe. Gets him to chop it over to short, where Allen will field it. And that'll be the first out of the 6th. Can we allow an inning with no runs? It'll be not too easy, as Michael Massey will at least single into right field. He's actually going to try to stretch it into a double. I think he caught Rooker off guard. So another runner in scoring position for Kansas City. Garrett Hampson now with 2 down, though. Will dribble it over to Giloff, and that will end the inning. So Alexander, yes, puts up a 0 spot. Trevor Gott will then come in relief for Oakland in the next inning, making his 35th appearance. His first batter he will face is Kyle Isbell, who launches one to deep right field. Rooker's going back at the wall, and it's going to clear it. A solo shot for Kyle Isbell, the 13th run of the night for the Royals, his 4th personally of the season, as the offense continues to be on full display here for the blue and gold. Later in the inning, 2 down for Freddie Furman, and he's going to keep the inning alive. That's a single into left field before Ruiz able to get to it. And that'll also do it for Gott. They'll bring in Zach Jackson to try to get the final out of the frame. 6.29 ERA, though, not too great. But he does get Salvador Perez to pop this one up into foul territory. And Seth Brown on his horse will get there just in time. That'll end the top of the 7th. Carlos Hernandez will then come in relief for the Royals with a 5.91 ERA. But he has a 5-run cushion. It's Tyler Soderstrom starting off up first, and he's going to launch a curveball deep left center and out of here. Just like his first home run of the day, he takes a curveball into the left center gap. The second homer of the day for Tyler Soderstrom. He's gotten a hit in every single at-bat. 420 feet, blaze it, and Tyler Soderstrom has been on fire tonight. I hate that we're going to be down by 4 despite his great game of offense. Next batter, Langoliers will draw a walk, so the inning continues to be out free until Jordan Diaz strikes out on another high fastball. Nick Allen up next, first pitch swinging up the middle. That's going to be 4-6-3 double play. We get 1 in the bottom of the 7th. We'll go bottom 8, where Nick Anderson will come in relief for the Royals. Still a 4-run game as Esteury Ruiz begins the inning with a nice fastball down the middle, but it just misses it, and that's going to be out to right field. How about Ryan Noda up next? Curveball over the middle, but he just chops it over to second. Missed opportunity there. How about Geloff? He's homered today. Curveball as well, but that one's right back to Anderson. A 1-2-3 inning here in the 8th. We'll go top 9, where Jackson stays into the game. 1 out before Bobby Witt Jr. laces one up against the left field wall. That's going to be another extra base hit. He's on second for Nelson Velasquez, who hits this one into center, where Ruiz will glove it. They'll actually not tag there. So 2 down, runner on second for Freddie Furman. Into left center field. This one's going to get down with 2 outs. Witt's going to go. Another run here for the Royals. Make it 14 on the night. Turn it over to Mason Miller to try to get the final outs of the inning, as he has to do it against Salvador Perez. 1-0 pitch. And it's not going to be against him. Another base hit as Kansas City continues to light up whatever pitcher we put on the mound. Renfroe up next, 1-0, chases one. That'll at least end the inning as Geloff will throw him out at first base. So we'll go bottom 9, not a save opportunity, but Jake Brentz, as he's tasked with getting the final 3 outs and preserving a 5-run lead. He gets the first. Rooker looks at a high fastball, called strike 3. And I'll bring up Seth Brown. Again, homered back in the second, faces a full count pitch, and he will draw a walk. Close pitch, but not called strike 3. That brings up Tyler Soderstrom, who's 4 for 4 on the day. Unfortunately, will finally get out for the first time as he pops this one up into foul territory, which means the game is up to Shea Langoliers. Runner on first. They're actually going to try a hit and run here, but he's going to dribble it over to second. And that will end this one as it finally comes to an end with the Royals winning by a final score of 14-9. And this marathon of a game has finally come to a close. 23 runs between these two teams, which means, you got to give it up to our offense. They played well. 9 runs on 15 hits. Just the problem is, Kansas City had 14 on 18, including 3 that were walked in for free. Just an unacceptable day for the pitching. I know they haven't been that great this year, but this is kind of rock bottom. Joe Boyle started off 7 runs in the third, and it just went downhill from there. Nobody who stepped on the mound really did all that well, despite Alexander being the only one who got 0 earned runs. And with that, Joe Boyle, I want to give him a chance, but he's kind of not looked good in his 5 starts, so we're going to send him back down to AAA. The experiment has kind of ended for him so far this year. In his place, we're going to call up Kyle Muller, which, if you remember, was actually our opening day starter last year. And, well, he didn't have a good 2023 or 2022 in his 3 starts, but he's done well in AAA this year, and he's got some major league experience. So we're going to call him up to be our long reliever, and Hogan Harris will move into the bullpen. Next game against KC, we dropped 3-1, so a lot less runs. But it's Garrett Hampson with a 3-run homer that does it in the 7th. And then going into game 3, we win that one 6-1. So at least we don't get swept as we get to Brady Singer early, thanks to Langeliers and Jordan Diaz going deep, and Alex Wood with a good start. So we'll stay at home for the second half of this episode, where we'll play home to the Minnesota Twins, who are one of the better teams in the American League, and we just played them for 4 games in Minnesota and split the series. So not a bad showing. We'll see if we can keep it up here at home. And I know JP Sears was supposed to make this start, but it's actually going to go to Kyle Muller. We're going to mix it up a little bit. Sears, maybe a little bit of discomfort in his arm before this game. Kyle Muller gets the spot start just days after being called up to the Major League squad. You can see the numbers from a year ago as he'll begin this day against Willie Castro, who steps into the batter's box. Rainy day here in Oakland, it begins, and it'll be a strikeout on Castro. High changeup that he looks at. Manuel Margot up next, 2-0 pitch. He singles into left field, and the former San Diego Padre and Tampa Bay Ray has the first hit of the day. So he's on first. Royce Lewis. They're going to try a hit and run, but Kiloff is right up the middle. A quick double play snuffs that out. Chris Paddock will be on the mound for the Twins. Hasn't been the best year for him either, with a 4.90 ERA. He'll be getting against Esteury Ruiz, who will take a 2-2 fastball into right field, where this one will be caught for the first out. So we'll take a look at the Oakland lineup today. Basically the same as we just saw against the Kansas City Royals. You can see him on your screen. Langeliers is hitting in front of Soderstrom today, but Soderstrom up over 300. And we have a lot less hitters that are underneath 200. So at least the offense is trending in the right direction. Ryan Noda up next. High fastball on 3-1. That's poked into left, but it'll hang up and drop in front for a bloop single. I thought that was going to be caught all the way. So now he's on first for Zach Geloff, who chops this one down the third base line. But what a play to get him out at first. That's a web gem, diving and making the stop. So now 2 down for Brent Rooker, who gets jammed inside, and that'll end the first. Both teams scoreless. We'll go top 3 now. Muller's still on the mound as the 7-hitter Carlos Santana, who had a good series in Minnesota against us. He flies out to left to begin the inning. How about the 8-hitter Kyle Farmer coming into this game with an 8-game hitting streak? He will ground out to Jordan Diaz. And we'll get to the 9-hitter, where Trevor Lornack will step in, and he will hit this one to center field, and Muller goes through 3 scoreless innings. Go bottom 4 now. Ryan Noda at the plate again. He's going to take a changeup this time through the left field for his second hit of the day. Zach Geloff up next, 0-2. He looks at strike 3. That's not a strike in my book, but it's the 4th K nonetheless. Brent Rooker up next, 0-1 pitch. Golfs a slider into left, and it's fair. And that'll roll all the way to the wall, and Noda will come around to third base with a double. And we have 2 runners in scoring position for Seth Brown. 1-0 pitch to him. He chops this one over to second. It will score a run. It was a great pitch to hit, but at least we take the lead. Shea Langeliers up next. First pitch, swinging, hitting this one to left, and it's going to get down. That's another run. An RBI single for him, and it's now 2-0 Oakland as our hottest hitter, Tyler Soderstrom, steps to the batter's box. 3-1 pitch to him, and he will look at ball 4. So he'll draw a walk. That'll put him on first and bring up Jordan Diaz. First pitch swinging up the middle, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Jordan Diaz is swinging a pretty hot bat recently. He gets another RBI to his name. 3-0. Oakland here in the bottom of the 4th. Nick Allen trying to keep the inning alive. Gets a fastball out to right. That'll end it, but at least the A's jump out to a 3-0 lead. But we saw what happened last time. They jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Trevor Gott will come in the 5th inning as Muller only goes 4. It was a short start for him, so we didn't want to really wear him out. He gets Carlos Correa to begin the inning by grounding out to his fellow shortstop brethren. Carlos Santana up next. He draws a walk, cutter misses low. That'll put him on first base. Farmer up next. First pitch swinging, grounder over to short. Allen, tough play, falling away, but they get 2 anyway. And Allen the 5th. Great defense there. Bottom 5 now is Stewie Ruiz steps up to the plate, and he launches a fastball into left center and out of here as Oakland will add another one to their total. Ruiz, not known for his power, takes this one way out of here. 410 feet, his second home run of the season, and Oakland extends their lead. We'll go into the 6th inning now, where Scott Alexander will step out to face the Minnesota Twins. His first batter is Trevor Larnach, who hits this one to center, but Ruiz flashes the leather this time. How about that? A diving stop out there for the first out. Back to the top of the lineup, Willie Castro now hits this one to right field, cutting away from Rooker, and it's going to drop and bounce over the wall for an RBI double, or an automatic double, excuse me. Manuel Margot up next hits this one to the hot corner, where Diaz will glove it. So now 2 down for Royce Lewis, who tries to bloop this one into right field, but Rooker will get to it. And the pitching, a lot better in this matchup, 6 scoreless. Brock Stewart will then step in relief for Minnesota here, bottom 6. He begins his day against Seth Brown, who launches a curveball to the moon. Deep right center, but not enough carry. And that's a loud out, number 1. Langolier's up next, strike 3 on the high fastball. And that'll bring up Tyler Soderstrom, who walked back in the 4th, and is 0 for 1 on the day. 3-1 pitch to him. He hits this one over to third, and it's going to be, looks like a 5-3 putouts to begin to end the 6th. Zach Jackson comes in now, top 7, his ERA down to 5.93. It's still not great, but it's better than the 9s it used to be. He begins at the top of the 7th with Eduardo Julian up at the plate, and he's going to launch this one over the glove of Brown. It's going to drop, and he's going to go all the way to third, and that's going to be a leadoff triple. And that's Julian's 5th triple of the season. That brings up Ryan Jeffers up next. He gets jammed. That's over to Geloff, who fields this one in the outfield. That'll put him away, but Minnesota will get on the scoreboard. Now 4-1, still in favor of Oakland. Correa up next. Again, grounds out to his shortstop brethren. 2 down now for Carlos Santana, who's going to lace this one into right field. Rooker is back, and he makes the play. Hustles and tracks that one down. We'll go top 8 now, where Mason Miller will come in for the setup opportunity. First batter he faces Kyle Farmer, the 8-game hitting streak on the line. And he'll hit this one into center, where it will be caught, and that might be his last chance at it. Trevor Larnach up next, 2-1 to him, and he's going to lace this one into the gap, and it's going to split the defenders, roll all the way to the wall, which means that'll be a 1-out double for the 9-hole hitter. So back to the top of the lineup, the Twins go. Runner in scoring position for Willie Castro. Over to second. Geloff with a diving stop. Up to his feet. Guns him at first. How about the defense on display today? Both teams doing a good job behind their pitchers. Manuel Margot up next. We'll hit this one to left. That'll end the 8th. And Minnesota still down by 3. We'll try to get some insurance runs here, bottom 8, off of Josh Stallmont, as Ryan Noda will be up first. He'll ground this one up the middle, and he'll be called out at first on what is a close play. Mark Kotze says, hold on a second. I think I'm going to challenge this one. And on second glance of what I thought was actually in real time, Noda's actually safe, so he'll stay on first. Unfortunately, 2 batters later, Rooker will chop this one over to second, and it won't matter anyway, as they'll go 4-6-3 to end the 8th. Which means we'll take a 9-inning, 3-run lead to our closer in Lucas Erceg, tasked with shutting them down. He hasn't had a lot of save opportunities because we haven't been the best team this year, but he's actually been very good this year. He gets Royce Lewis to begin the inning, and then brings up Julian, who looks at strike 3 on the low sinker, which means this game comes down to Ryan Jeffers. 0 for 3 on the day, grounded out back in the 7th. He's on a first pitch swing over to Allen, who will field it cleanly, and he will throw him out at first, which means the Oakland A's will win Game 1 of this 3-game homestand by a final score of 4-1. in a very impressive game. Minnesota Twins, one of the better teams, like I said, in the American League. And we played them tough and we got the victory. Good pitching all around this time. Only 5 hits given up, which was a nice change of pace. And the offense put up 4 and got the job done. So can't complain. Good outing here for your green and gold. Urseg gets player of the game thanks to getting that save in the 9th inning. As we pick up game 1. And we go into game 2 with a little bit of momentum. And we beat the Twins again. 3-2 this time. We jump out to a lead and never look back. As it was Soderstrom, Diaz, and Toro who knock in the RBIs. And Stripling goes 7 strong. Unfortunately, it doesn't keep up into the 3rd game as a 10-7 loss, with all 10 coming in before the 5th in terms of the Twins. Hogan Harris back into the starting rotation did not look good, and Muller in his 2nd appearance also didn't look too good. That'll bring us to the end of the episode. Well, next time we're going to be on the road. We'll face the Angels for the first time this season, which should be interesting, before facing the National League pennant winners from a year ago and the Arizona Diamondbacks as we cross the halfway point in the season. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to try to get these episodes a little bit faster out for you because I do want to get through this year, and I think we're making good pace, but I do realize I missed a couple of days. So we're going to try to get back on track. But hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for the support. If you would, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more A's content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.